and it's Friday, and man, it's been a long week, but we made it. We made it to Friday, so congratulations to everybody. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about animation, and we're going to be fixing more input. But this time I'm going to do the flip side. Last time I started with input, and I was going to try to stuff in animation at the end, and I kind of failed. So we'll do it the opposite this time, and we will work on animation first, then go back to input. Okay, so where do we start? I think I start by starting the timer. That would be great. And I'm gonna grab my tablet because we're gonna go through some terms. Oh, forgot my pen, so I'm just gonna use the pen that comes with the notebook. So let's see, I'm turning it on. Try to make me a nice little space right quick. Okay, this kind of works. Alright. And I got a remote into it. It says Team Viewer, Fresh Top. Alright, let me see if I can grab the stylus too while it loads. Sweet. OneNote. Okay, so this is all stuff about sandcastle defense, event planning and stuff. We'll get back to that. Let's just talk about animation right now. So I'm going to label this animation. I'll make this small. Animation. Is it showing? I hope it's showing. Animation something. Oh, should I make this bigger? Does that take up the whole screen at least? What if I hit this full screen button? Oh yeah, that looks like it's taking up the whole screen. Okay. Animation planning. The planning part didn't show up. Unfortunately, I don't have a undo button on my other stylus. So animation planning. Really bad handwriting, but that's me, just a really bad handwriter. Okay. So I gotta figure out what's going on. If a player's at idle, so he's just chilling. He's at idle. I want his animation speed. Better make up some kind of symbol or something. We'll just call it like running man, I guess. Animation speed is gonna be 1.00. Okay, that makes sense. If a character is moving at 1 unit per second, I want that animation speed, we'll just call it anim speed, should equal 2. That's what I'm thinking. So basically, or 1 plus speed. So if he's moving 2, he's going 2 units a second. His animation should be 3 according to our last formula. So, okay. So, scratch this, and let's go back. So we know what his animation speed's gonna be. It's gonna be 1 plus the speed. But what about his animation time warp? I think that's the right phrase. So if I get off of here just for a second and I go to Unity, what if we look at the time warps for all the animations, especially like third person, right? Third person controller. Here's the animation. If I go to the base layer, alright, so I'm grounded. Alright, so if we look at human idle, his time warp, which I'll just call TW. We'll just do this time warp TW equals 1. So basically total animation speed equals 1, because 1 times 1 is 1. Perfect. Okay, now let's think about him walking, and let's just assume that walking, he goes 1 frame per second. Oh, let's do this. Distance traveled equals 0. Time warp distance traveled still going to be equal to 0. So we need all these numbers, I think. So okay, now let's just look at walk, right? So this walk animation, humanoid walk. So I'm going to just click on and then click it here. Okay, so this humanoid walk animation, his average velocity is actually be distance traveled. It's going to equal to 1.559. I don't know if you can see that, but that's what it says right there in kind of gray, in the Z direction. So that means forward. He's going forward. Okay, so he's going forward. That speed. And hold on one second. Okay. So he's going forward that speed. Now, what should his time warp be to make him travel at the correct speed? Because really we want him to travel 1 unit per second. But we also... So okay, this is what we got to figure out. Time warp question mark. We basically want this to be 1, and we don't need the total animation speed now, but that's basically just animation speed times time warp. Okay. So let's get the time warp distance. What would this be? This would be animation speed, we'll just call it anim s, times, oops, I'm sorry, I am writing on the tablet and I'm not showing it to you. So here we go. Animation speed's 2, distance travels 1.559, time warp we don't know yet, distance, the time warp distance we want to travel is 1. So what factors go into trying to decide that? Or this is actually just time. Yeah, time warp distance. Okay. So we got animation speed. Uh-oh. Everything okay? Okay, everything's cool. Distance traveled. So without any kind of time warp, that's how fast you'll be doing it. Times time warp. And so we know the values for everything so far, which would be 1.559. Oops. Can I select this if I hold down this button? Oh Lord. Oh Lord. I'm not good at this at all. Sorry. Animation speed's 2 times 1.559 times x. We'll call it times TW. A really bad TW equals 1. So basically TW is going to be 1.559, 1 over 2 times 1.559. So if I do that in a quick calculator, I think this is the calculator on my tablet, but that should be fine. It'll be 1 over 2 over 1.559, which would be this 0.321, and I think in Unity, that is what I'm using right now for the human walk, 0.321. So we got the right animation speed for him to travel at that speed. But say we wanted him to travel 2, right? 2 units per second, just using the same animation. Let me see if that's alright. Animation speed. What would the animation speed have to be for him to travel twice as fast? I would hope it'd be 2, but maybe it's not 2. AS, and we know that this is already 0.321. So what if I just type that into a calc right quick? So calc. Now this is on my desktop. Alright, I think it's loading, so just give it a sec. Oh yeah, I need to click on it. Sometimes you just need to click on stuff. Alright, now it's loading. Okay. So we got 2 divided by 1.559 divided by 0.321. So his animation speed actually has to be almost double what it is right now for him to travel twice as fast. So this is kind of weird. This is not what I want exactly. Because overall, I want to set this correctly. This part, I know you're not seeing it. If I undo it, I want to set this part correctly. If I can set that correctly, everything else should look pretty good. But I know I'm doing it wrong. That's why I'm even going over this at all. It's just because I'm doing it wrong. So we need to fix it. Ideally, so all this to say, we have a few things we need to do. We have desired speed. Desired speed. Or just speed, whatever. Leaving time warp at 1 for everything, I think we can kind of just get rid of all these time warps. And that would save me on some stuff. But I will have to have this number. Distance traveled on animation. And that part, like, I don't know exactly how to figure that out. I wish there was something I could use. So, anyway, we know the speed. What else do we know? I really want to figure out how to figure this part out. Distance traveled. Is there some kind of function or something I can call from the animator to get that? Probably. I am thinking, so just give me a second here, please. So I definitely want those numbers. Because this is basically the speed, this is the distance traveled, and I want to compute this. That is my goal right here. Right now it's a big old question mark. So, okay, I'll figure it out. So first things first, we have the speed. That's given by us through like NavMesh and everything. Let's figure out how to get this number, this 1.559, or whatever number it's at right now. And I think that is the key. So now I'm going to just go ahead and jump onto Unity. So go ahead and minimize that, close this. Okay, what are we going to do? Before I even go crazy, I'm going to go ahead and ask Google first, because Google might know. What I need to do, make a new window? Sure. Alright, Google. What am I going to be looking up? Animator average velocity. Yeah. In script somehow. Alright, so this person's asking how can they change the average velocity? We kind of know that already, right? We just changed the time warp. Yeah, something like that. How can I change? How do I access the average velocity of a run animation? That's what I want to know. I'm trying an approach to a problem which lets the movement animations control the root motion of my character to minimize foot sliding, and I would like to access the average velocity parameter listed so that I can effectively vary the speed of the animation which in a predictable blah blah blah. Exactly. I think I have the same problem. I used to calculate a fake velocity from transform, but it's wrong if the character rotates. So what is this guy doing? He's getting last speed, transform position. What is he? Is he getting anything from the animator? He's not getting anything from the animator, so he's not really doing what I want him to do. Okay. What are you using? You're just using forward, and then basically forward would tell you how much. Yeah, how much animation do you actually do, right? Okay, so at 0.5. All right. This is what I'm going to do, and it's going to suck for some of my animations right now, but we'll fix it. We're going all one, because I really just want to use what we have access to. Alright. Alright, so now everything is just a one animation, so at 0 he's at this speed. Okay. So that looks fine. But now I don't want the script to like change the animation speed really. So if I go to let me think. If I go to my animating script, which I think I have in, it's on the player for sure. And I think it's just here. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I have a problem with my eye, I see. I don't know what, I think I scratched it this morning. Okay, so here we go. All we need to find on this script, let me see if I can just say current document. Alright, current document, animator speed, yes, this is what I want. I don't want you to be set. Kind of want you to just always be 1. So animator, animator.speed. Anytime I see that, yeah. So I only see him once, and there he is. I'm going to save you. Go here. Come here. So the animator speed will be a little off, I think. So I mean, he's just following the animation speed. He's not doing anything. Not anything wrong, but he's not kind of calculating what speed he should be moving. So I really want to change the animation speed, because right now animation speed's 1. I want to change it so that his steps don't slide like they're doing right now. So right now I could probably hard code it just to see if I can get it working. So I'm going to use this OneNote instead, and hopefully a new page comes up. There we go. I want both animation and planning. Alright, anyway. So as we can tell, it's going to be the distance traveled, or the speed, equals blank times 1.559. So for now, I might refactor some of this stuff. I might. Because look at all this stuff that I have going on. And another thing is, it's getting hot in here. I can't handle it. Okay. Oh, I did this yesterday, I see, because I put my shirt in the exact same spot. Okay, let's see. I'm thinking, what am I thinking in this brain? Urgh. Uh, I'm thinking I kind of want to separate. No, this is not the time to do this. I'm not going to separate these scripts. Okay, so I got animation average velocity. What I'm going to do is get walk average velocity and run average velocity, and that way I kind of know what's going on. Okay. I keep saying okay, and I don't know what I'm okaying. Let's go back to the script. Let's go here. This is just some polish, but we got to do it. So we have animation average velocity, and we also have, so this is what we're really going to call this. You're going to be animation walk, you're going to be run velocity. And we're also going to have an animation walk velocity. And that's going to be something like this, I think. Okay. Don't mind that one bit. Okay. So how are we moving this character? In third person. Okay. Oh, we have a forward amount and a turn amount. Awesome. So that's good. We know if forward amount is between 0 and 0.5, he's going to be doing some kind of idle or something. So so this could be 1. We're trying to find out the animation speed, okay? I'm thinking, alright. So if let's start from 0. If forward amounts equals 0, animator.speed equals 1. No problem. Else if forward is less than or equal to 0.5f, we're basically have something between. So we're going to have float transition speed, and I think it's all linear, so it's going to be basically the average of, well, not even the average of, it's going to be I'll just do it anyway just so you can see it happening. It's going to be the walk animation walk velocity minus 0, so that's easy, divided by 2, so that's the average velocity, not quite, that's, it's the animation velocity times forward amount times 2. So let me see if I can explain this equation. If his forward amount is 0.5, he'll be going at basically a regular walk cycle. So 0.5 times 2 is going to be 1. And so he's going to go at his normal walking velocity. Now, if he's at half of that, so 0.25, 0.25 times 2 is half, so 0.5, so he's actually walking at half his velocity. So I think this is right. And then we're basically getting that minus 0. Oh, we don't have to do divided by 2. Or I can take out this times 2, I think. I think that's right. I hope so. No, I think I'm just dividing it even more. Okay, sorry. Alright, so I think this is right just overall. If I'm at 0, I'm going to be at 1 animation speed. That doesn't even matter. Okay, if I'm like at 0.5, I will be walking at my normal animation speed. If I'm at 0.25, I'll be walking half my animation speed. And that makes total sense. Okay, so that is my, that's the transition speed. Okay, I believe that. That sounds great. Alright, so we got a transition speed. Okay, so now that we have a transition speed, we know what speed we want to be going, or that the animation will be going. Now, so if we have the speed that the animation is going, and we have the actual speed of ourself, so you have an animation of the speed, and we have the nav mesh speed. Okay. So you have two different speeds. Oh, I want them to match. So really, I want that to match using the animation speed. So that's where this sort of comes in. Animator.speed equals, this is where I got to think. If I just did transition speed, what would that do? Oh yeah, that would go out of hand quickly, because yeah, okay, so it's not just that. So we have transition speed, which is basically at, and let's just do at the root at 1, or basically at 0.5. That's the animation walk velocity. Let's say he's also going at the animation walk velocity here. And when would that be true? I don't know. I really feel like it's this for some reason. Nav mesh, and I can't explain it in my head right now. And that's usually my problem a lot of the times. Dot magnitude divided by transition speed. So basically, if he's walking twice as fast as the speed I'm supposed to be going, then make the animator speed twice as fast. Gosh, I think that's right. We'll come back to it, and I'll see if I can explain it better later. Okay, and then basically if you are, we'll just say else. No, let's just go ahead and do the else if. Forward amount is less than or equal to, I almost want to just do an absolute value. We'll get there. I'm just going to try to just do forward movement for now. I'm sorry. Okay, so if it's less than or equal to 1, or we'll just say greater than 0.5f. Transition speed is going to be now some speed between the running speed and the the running speed and the walking speed. So I'm just gonna have my base, which is gonna be the walking speed, which is animation.walk velocity plus however fast you think you should be going, which will be a number between and that's what this is all about. 0 plus something like that. I ain't gonna worry about it right now. Okay, I'm sorry. This is gonna be animation run velocity. If you're at 0.5, let's just say, and this was part of it, if you're at 0.5, we want you to be going animation walk velocity. So at 0.5 minus 0.5 f. So at 0.5 you'll be 0, and then we only go to that velocity, and I'm going to say times 2. But if you're at 0.6, what will happen, or let's just do the other way. Say we're at 1. Basically we're running at full speed. 1 will be this. 1 minus 0.5 is 0.5. 0.5 times 1 is this. So this is how fast you will be wanting to run. I don't think this is right either. Oof, I can't even think. We have the run velocity. Okay, that makes sense. I almost want to say like minus animation walk velocity or something, but then that just kind of cancels that out. Because this is how much does the animation contribute, and if it's 0, basically if it's at 0, this should be the thing. If it's at 1, it should just be this. So at 1, my brain is broke. My brain is broke. Basically, I'm trying to compute what the speed is if the cursor. Alright, so let's just go. Forward amount at 0, yeah, we'll say 0.5. Speed's going to be animation. We'll even put the right numbers. Just say animation walk velocity. Alright. Forward amount equals 1.0. Put 2 dashes just so it looks like. So animation run velocity. Okay. Forward amount, maybe this will just help me, 0.75, so this is just halfway between it. We'll have animation walk velocity plus animation run velocity divided by 2. So basically half, I'm thinking the forward amount, if at 0.75. Hey Lance Maker, how's it going, dude? The animation walk velocity plus the animation run velocity divided by oh, sorry man. It looks like it's fine on here. At least the OBS shows like the stuff running. So I'm sorry if it's slow on your end. And my camera seems to be okay. Like it, but I can't really tell how it looks on your end, dude. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make this good. Okay. So I have the animation run velocity. And okay, I'm just trying to figure it out. So I have this walk velocity at 0.5. I have the run velocity at 1. If I'm going half the run velocity, it should be, let's put some numbers to this. Say this was 1 and this was 2, right? Or let's make it more real, like how we have it. So this is kind of like the numbers we're using right now. At 0.75, I expect this to be 1.5 plus half of the run velocity. Yes, that's exactly what I want. So minus animation land speaker. Yeah, yeah, that could be very possible. Okay. Hey, Josh Clugston. How's it going? Alright, so we got animation walk velocity plus animation run velocity divided by 2 minus animation walk velocity. And really, this is, this is really times 0.75 minus 0.5. And that whole thing times 2. And that way you get half. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. But the thing is that this formula doesn't work up here, right? Because if I have 1 minus 0.5, oh, that might work. Josh Clugson says he's good. I was just finishing up for the night on animation for the night. How's you, mate? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing some like animation calculation because I have like 2 different animations running at 2 different speeds, and but I guess my capsule collider like kind of just moves whatever I tell it to do, and I want the animation to match the speed of that capsule collider. So I'm just trying to do some math to so that whatever animations I put in there, it doesn't really matter about the animation speed itself. It will matter more about just the average speed will be the only things that really matter. Yeah, it's C#. So if I'm doing this minus this, these cancel out, and all I get is this run velocity, which seems about right, I guess. But not really. But not really at all. I mean, it's definitely at 0. You should be animation walk velocity. So plus animation run velocity. But again, then again, you'll never truly be at 0. Man, I think I gotta draw this out, guys. I can't figure it out. So I'm gonna draw it out. Here we go. Let's draw it out one more time. On my tablet. Uh-oh, I hit something. Something happened. Okay, I think I'm okay. I'm using my cheap pen, so sorry for the bad handwriting and everything. So here we go. This is a graph. Let's do 2 things. This axis will be animation speed, and this is going to be forward amount. Okay, so we have basically 3 values for forward amount: 0, 0.5, and 1.0. Okay, so animation speed, actually, let's flip this graph. Crap, I don't have a good pen, so now I gotta do a whole bunch of craziness. I'm gonna select you, delete you, select you, delete you, even the values I don't even really need. Alright, so you're seeing that. Okay. Why are you taking animation speed into consideration? This seems to be a really real physics thing. Well, I got my physics movement engine to work okay. Like I feel like I like the controls of my physics engine, and I can show you. Like so, I have this guy, and I hope I didn't screw up any of the code too much. Disconnected again. I don't know why it's disconnecting. Um, so okay, going back. Say if this player was not like, because right now his animation is kind of weird. Uh, yeah, I don't know what happened, Josh. It just kind of shut off, and hopefully it came back on. Uh, so okay, this player animation is really funky, right? He's kind of either really fast or really slow, and I'm still trying to figure out the speeds of everything. Um, okay, so you understand that. And so everything right now is being driven by physics. So if I disabled my character guy and somehow showed the gizmos, how do I show colliders? Can I do that? Box collider, wrong. Oh, this is the right one. But it's not showing me the collider. Anyway, this is the character. Anyway, the physics is all there and it works fine, and this is how I want my movement to actually work. But now I just want the animation to match this physics. So that's what I'm working on right now. So if I enable my character again, I just want this character to match the speed of which I'm moving my collider. So anyway, that's what I'm working on. So okay, this should be anim speed, and this could be forward amount. Yeah, I think that's what I want. And you'll be 0.5 and you'll be 1. Alright, so at 0.5 we know this is going to be 0.556 because that at 0.5 that is what you're walking. So that's great. At 1 your animation speed is going to be way up there, and I know that's kind of a misnomer, so I guess I can kind of make it kind of the right height instead. So really that's 5.661, and that's going to go up here. So here it was easy. Like this part was easy because all we had to do was just say, hey, give me this number, right? Give me something here. And that formula was basically what I have in my code in the background, which is this, which is, hey, give me animation walk velocity times forward amount times 2. So forward amount is 0.5, so like here at 0.25, it would be half of that, which is exactly right, and it's basically a linear relationship. Great. Okay. Oh, yes, let's see what Josh Cluxton says. Oh, and Lance. Sorry, I didn't see your guys' chats. Alright, so first Lance said, I would just use the animation properties and slow down the animations. Yeah, that's what I was doing, but then I feel like if I'm going to do this further and I'm going to put other characters with different animation speeds, I basically want the animation speed to match the velocity of the character. So I'm going to do this by scripting. And then Josh Clugston says, why don't you try a gradual speed up of the animation as the mouse goes out? As the mouse goes out. As the mouse? This mouse? What do you mean? I don't understand. As the mouse goes out. But yeah, tell me more about that, Josh Clugston, if you can. Okay, so back to my graph, which you don't see. So let me go back here. Okay, so here's my graph. So we got this relationship working just fine. Okay, so now at 1, you'll be traveling at animation speed 5.661. But here halfway, I want you to be 1.5561, which is this value, plus half of 5.661. So something like that, right? Or better yet, times 0.5, right? That's fine. So that's fine. So basically, I just want this line, this new line. And so, oh, maybe I just find this intercept, which is, oh, maybe I got to do that. Y equals, let me see if I remember my line equation. Y equals mx plus b. And so we have a slope. A slope is, yep, the slope would be, oh, I'm sorry, Josh Cluxon. Josh Cluxon says, you say your character follows the mouse pointer? Yes. And the further the cursor gets, the faster animation gets? No, that's not quite right. The distance of the mouse and the character don't really matter. Basically, you just click somewhere and the character moves to that position. Okay. And so basically, if I put a different character with different kind of animation, I want that animation to match the velocity. I basically want him to walk at that same velocity that he's actually walking. I want his animation walk velocity to be the same thing as his nav mesh walk velocity, if that makes sense. Okay, so we got y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to find this intercept. So the intercept's b. So if we put in any of these y's, so y would be the animation speed. Oof, I don't know the slope. The slope would be, I was trying to find b, but I don't even know m. So this is what we can do. We can say m 1, so plus b, and then we can just do the other one, this one, and then we can say 1.556 m 0.5 plus b, and now we can kind of just like plug in some formulas and everything. So Lancemaker says that's actually a good thing, but I can't see how it's even possible. Every animation has its own unique speed. They will come to your engine and you'll have to fine-tune it, isn't it? Unless your movement is based on animation, like it's only moves when the feet touches the ground. That makes sense. Yeah, and honestly, if you looked at my stream, like right now I'm on episode 29, I would say about episode like 4 or 5, I was doing exactly that. I basically took the animator, and I'm using Unity, so I'm using Unity and C#, and so I was using the animator to drive my movement. But man, sometimes there's like little quirks in the animation where basically like a character kind of jitters, and when it jitters, like his velocity would shoot that way, like way over there, and then come back to normal. And like I was having a lot of stuff, and I was like thinking about just clamping the velocity and doing all this stuff, and then at the end of the day I was like, man, just F all of that. I'm just gonna go with the rigid body, and then I'm gonna make the animation match my rigid body movement versus the other way around, because my rigid body was jittering sometimes with some weird animation frames. And so rigid body is now the master, animation is the slave. Before I had animation the master, rigid body the slave. So that's how I'm working it right now, and I'm about to solve this formula right now. So let me do that. Okay, the formula. So what I'll do is just move this over. So I'll have b 1.556 minus 0.5 m, oops, equals b, and now I can plug that into this one right here, which would be 5.661 equals m minus, no, plus 1.556 minus 0.5 m. So cool. Well, we're about to get m, which is the slope. M is going to be equal, or 0.5 m is going to be equal to, oh gosh, I don't know. Give me a calculator. 5.661 minus 1.556, which is 4, what was it? 4.105. Alright, so now I have this, oh, and then I gotta times it by 2 basically. So I'll just do the actual thing. Divided by 0.5 equals m equals 8.21. Crazy? Lancemaker says, I see, I do that to make my games too. Awesome. Awesome. Alright, so I have the slope, and now I just need to find the intercept. So, the intercept is going to be, so I need this number, and I'm also going to need b, which if I plug it into any of these, alright, so this is, I'm just going to do it with the calculator from here. 5.661 divided by 8.21, which is, I'm using this formula right here. So divided by 8.21, nope, I lied. Sorry, clear. It's minus 5.661 minus 8.21, 0.21 equals negative 2.549. Negative 2.549. And then what I like about having these double formulas, you can just double check your work by plugging it into the next one. So now I'm going to use this formula, and we'll see if that still works. So 8.21 times 0.5, 4.105 minus 1. This is going to be the other way around. 556, 2.549. Yep, and then it's the negative sign. So awesome. They both equal 2.549. So I know everything's working. So yes, the formulas kind of all add up. Now let's go ahead and program what we just did here. Okay, so what did we do here? We got a slope. We got a we got a slope. We got a offset, and now we can compute anything off this line. And to do that, all I would do was just, how would I do that? So now say I wanted to, I would just plug in the formula to get my new animation speed. All I'd have to do is plug it into this formula right here. And x would be whatever speed I'm going, my forward amount, right? And could just hit undo like twice and that would have gone away. This is actually minus 2.549, and so that's the formula, and that should I basically have to input two things. I have to input my walk speed and my run speed, and then I would get that perfect animation every time. Okay, so let's do it. You guys ready? I'm ready. So we got to go back to code so we can minimize my tablet. I'm going to move my tablet out of the way too because I don't need this here right now. So I'm going to move my tablet over to this table, and here we go. Yes, I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to understand. So this was okay. That was no problem. This was a little more complicated. So, crap. I'm going to need this one note. Excuse me. Yep, here we go. That's my one note. Okay, so I'm going to take you, I'm going to put you on the other screen. I'm trying not to block the chats so that I can see what's going on in case someone asks me. Oh, Lancemaker, dude, I'm sorry I keep missing your messages. Maybe if you are the person making the animations or a friend or an employee, show how the math so you can always have the same numbers on the animation speed, so animations will not be so distant from what you want. Yeah, I know, and honestly, I'm the only guy right now working on my game, so I could just tell myself, hey, just make sure he's always walking at 0.5 when he walks and 1 when he runs. But I feel like I'm going to be buying assets maybe, or just downloading free assets, and I'm not going to want to change it too much, so I'm just going to use this like global script, and I'm going to just input both numbers. Hey, at walk, he's going at this velocity. At run, he's going this velocity. Make the animation work for me. And I think I got it. I mean, we're so close to getting it right now. So here we go. So we have forward amount, and then we have two other things: animation walk velocity, animation run velocity. So crap. You know what we should have done? I gotta do one more thing. Sorry. Let me just make everything variable names, because right now we did it real numbers and the real numbers work, but I gotta make it with variable names just because I need to make the whole formula. Sorry. Alright, one last thing. we're going to do this with variable names. So the variable names, I'm going to have y. Let's not name it y. This is going to be um, run. So run speed equals mx, which is, now let me think. X is forward amount. Sorry, forward amount plus b. So we got this guy, we got this guy. So we got run, forward, m plus b. Now let's also do something else. We have walk equals m, another forward amount. And actually, I think I can just add the numbers here. So this would be 1, this would be 0.5. So, how did we do this? Okay, yeah, all we do is m's equal to I'm just gonna, gosh, sorry, my math sucks here. Here we go. 5.661 is run, so runs equal to m times 1, which is okay. I'll go ahead and just add that on there. Times 1 plus walk minus 0.5 m. Okay, so those are my two forward amounts, the ones I circle, and I don't know why I'm circling them. I just wanted to do something special with them. Okay, so better yet, I can do m equals run minus walk run minus walk. I'm going to say divided by 1 minus 0.5. I think that's it. Run minus walk, 1 minus 0.5. And then, so we got m, and then we can find out b, which is going to be equal to just any of it. And any of it should be fine. So we can do any of them. B is going to equal run minus m. I think so. Let me just make sure that's right. So right now I said run was, oh gosh, come on, 5.661 minus 8.21, and it should be a negative 2.549. I can't see it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so that's it. So that's what B equals. I'll put the 1 here. And then animation speed. Speed equals the linear model, which is forward amount m plus b. Awesome. Sorry. Yes. Good. Good to have it more in like variable format than it was to have it in a different format. Alright, so I'm going to close my tablet out. Yes. I understand. There's stuff happening. Give me one note. Yes. And scroll it down. Awesome. Okay, now we can write it all out. So I'm just going to get, we're just going to name it what it is. Float slope equals animation run velocity minus animation dot walk velocity. Let's see, animation at run velocity minus, okay, divided by, and we're going to have this all in parentheses. And that makes sense, the change in velocity over the change in forward amount, which, gosh, if I would have just remembered that, that would have helped me so much. 1 minus 0.5. Awesome. So we got slope. Let's get offset, which is going to be equal to animation run velocity minus 1 times, and I know I don't have to type all the like the 1 time stuff, but it's just so that you can see how I worked it out. Alright, so we got slope, we got offset. I don't need all this craziness. So animation speed should now be equal to forward amount times, oh gosh, I lost all my stuff here. Hey, OneNote, give me my notes. Please. What if I just refresh you then? Ah, yes. Okay, so OneNote gave me my notes back. Okay, run. Come on, OneNote. Oh, so annoying. Whatever, I know the formula. It's just a line formula. Slope plus offset. Oops. Plus offset. And I think that's it. It'd be nice to do this more with the, excuse me, gotta scratch itchy ear. It'd be nice more to do this with, what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? I don't know, so I'm gonna give up. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, the forward amount. It'd be nice to do this with the absolute value, so even from going backwards, I think it's math F. Why is that? Oh, math float. I'm like, why is it math F? And I think it's because it just means math with floating variables. I can delete all these comments. So all that work just to get those 3 lines of code, which is okay. Okay, so we got that. So I'm going to say the same here. Math F. You know what? I might even just make it a variable. Absolute forward amount equals, I don't know why I even have that. Absolute forward amount equals math F, because I'm going to use this for everything. Absolute forward amount. Okay, cool. So absolute forward amount. We can say, hey, if you're 0, then make it 1. If you're not, if you're between 0 and 0.5, go ahead and just make it this thing. If you are greater than 0.5, go ahead and make it, yeah, I don't need to do all that. Go ahead and make it this. Hopefully that works. Let's try it out. So first I gotta go to player. Gotta make sure everything's set correctly. Right now I have 5.661, 1.556. That is the 2 correct animations, because if I click on his blend tree here, if I click on walk, his walk animation is 1.0559, which that shouldn't be too bad. And then if I go back to his run, that's 5.661. So those are set correctly on player. So all I got to do now is just set the velocities of what the animation says, and it should perfectly smooth and do its thing. Hopefully. I mean, we'll see once we run the script. Yes, perfect. I say sarcastically as I watch him run 1,000,000 miles per hour. Alright, it's consistent, but it's something's wrong. What is wrong? Oh. I'm doing something wrong. I assume something wrong. And that's why everyone's probably so confused at what I'm doing, because I didn't think of it and I'm doing it wrong. I'm basically getting his velocity. So basically I'm setting his animation speed to his velocity. So that's wrong. So I basically have to, I'm close though. I don't set it to the velocity, I set it to, not the velocity, but I set it to the velocity divided by something, right? Right? I think so. So animator speed, so we got the nav mesh velocity, yep, that makes sense. we got what speed he's supposed to be going. Right, and oh, I see. That was my transition speed for the run. So, okay. That is the speed he's supposed to be going. So now that we have that speed, I think I know. This is the speed okay, this is the speed his animation is going currently. Uh, so for this speed, it's the magnitude of the nav mesh agent. I think this needs to go the other way. And then I kind of just do the same thing down here. Basically, this is the speed that I am going in my animation. This is the speed I'm going as my nav mesh. So if my speed is equal to my nav mesh, I should just be the 1. But if my speed on my animation is higher than what my nav mesh is, yeah, wait, no, that doesn't make sense. If my speed, I think I had it right the first time, but even when he was walking, he did not look good. Let me just make sure I'm saying that right. Because if my speed at my animation is higher than what I'm actually going, I want my animation speed to be lower. So this is not how I do that. Oh, I'm so close. I'm so close. I know I am. Oh my gosh, have I really been doing this for an hour already? Oh my god. Just can't be, right? Like just this line of codes? Well, it's not just this line of code, but alright. Let me see what happens when I do this. I know he's just going to go crazy. His feet are going to go fast. Oh, actually, that's not bad. How about my walking? Oh, my walking is slow. Oh, why? Because I didn't save what I just did here. Transition speed divided by nav mesh agent. Yeah, I don't think this is right, though. Like, I don't think this is bad. I mean, at least his running speed is right. And I don't think it's skipping or anything. I don't think he's skipping a beat. Maybe I'm misinterpreting something when I'm walking. I got to be, because this is just not right. That looks fine. How about my crouch? I didn't do anything to my crouch. Yeah, alright. I'll keep working it. Let's see what we can do here. What if I crouch and walk? That's weird, right? For some reason, when I hit the walk button, he goes faster in the crouch. So all sorts of weird things going on. I'll figure it out, though. Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to solve this problem so I can end this stream. Okay. Wow. I really didn't do anything about fixing input. So this is just going to be animation. I wonder if I play with that. Oh, nope. I have it on autofocus. What if I did manual focus? Sorry, playing with the camera. I'm blurry, but my hand's okay. Now I'm not even okay. I'm okay. My hand's blurry. So really, right here is the closest my face will ever get. All right, good enough. Sorry, just playing with my camera settings. Oop, you're not supposed to see the edge of my green screen. Ha ha ha. Okay. Sorry, I had to get distracted so I can refocus again. Okay. Slope. Yes. I think all this stuff is good. This will give us the speed that we're going. I think I'm just missing something here. So I have my nav mesh velocity, or should I just get my rigid body velocity? No, because I don't know. I'll just keep doing with my nav mesh. Okay, so animator speed equals 1. Okay, that's fine at 0. My walk is wrong, so let's figure that out. So we're getting our transition speed. If you're somewhere between 0 and 0.5, if you're at 0.5, this will be animation walk speed. So basically you say, hey, my animation walk speed divided by my actual velocity. If I'm going slow, I still feel like it's the other way around. I still feel like it's this, right? Because like if I'm moving at 2 but my transition speed's only 1, I want to double the speed of that animation, right? So that it looks like I am going 2, right? That's got to be right. And I'm just going to do that, but we already know it's going to be really messed up on the, especially on the running. Yeah, so we already know that's screwed up. I don't know. I can't tell if that's better or worse, but I know the walking is definitely worse. But he definitely slows down for sure. Okay. Is it stuff to do with this forward amount and timesing it by 2? I think he'll only walk faster if I take out the times 2. Yeah, he's only faster. So I'm doing something else wrong here. Okay, let's figure it out. I think this works for the running speed for sure, but now for the walking speed. If I did this whole linear thing for no good reason, this is what this would look like. Slope would be my walk velocity, my change in velocity, which is this minus 0, and this would be 0.5 minus 0. Oops, sorry, f. Okay. My offset would just be my animation run velocity, or actually, shoot, let's just do 0 minus, let's just do exactly what we're doing. Animation walk velocity minus 0.5f times slope. Okay, and then this would be where I'm at, absolute forward speed amount times slope plus offset. Okay, and then I would just do that. And so basically let's just make sure at 0.5, let's make sure it all works out. Yeah, I actually don't know the values for this thing, so I can't really test it. I mean, I can test it in game, which should be okay. He's just walking too fast. Oh, let's look at the animation speed too. How do I do that? That's just up here somewhere, right? And if I click on here, if I go to base layer, go to here. Alright. Wait, what animation speed am I messing with? Cortana, why do you hate me? Ah! I hate Cortana. Cortana just comes up sometimes and takes over. Yeah. So I'm not messing with that speed. How about the any state or this speed? What am I messing with? Player, animator. Am I messing with that speed? I gotta be. Or if I go here, I don't think I'm messing with anything there. The variable animator of control has not been assigned. Oh, that's okay. Um, I'll figure that out in just a bit. And that shouldn't matter. That's a whole different script anyway. I'm so close yet so far, and so this is gonna drive me crazy. And I'm gonna fix this here. Fix this now. Fix this here. Fix this now. Let's close everything else but what we're working with. This thing. Close all but this. Thank you. Okay, so it's the walking speed. What am I doing wrong? Should I divide this by 2 again? Because... Alright, let me think. Animator speed is 1. When this equals this. And so this magnitude is going to be like, let's just say at 1 point, no, it's not going to be 1.551. I think that's where I'm misunderstanding. That is what I'm misunderstanding. So, okay, yeah. I think I understand. Gosh, that was just mind crazy. Okay, so we know that at 1, at forward amount 1, our animation is going to be 5.661. Right? Right. So when you're 5.661 and you're 5.661, yes, hold on, what is my average velocity? Let's kind of make it like double, or half. Let's make it half. So if I go my player, what's my velocity on my nav mesh? 8. Okay, let's just say my velocity was 2.5. So I'm going to go 2.5 units when I'm running, and I'm going to go 1.25 units when I'm walking. Okay. Lordy. I can't believe I'm still doing this. Okay. So if I run 2.5 units, that looks wonderful. I think that looks great. His feet are not skipping a beat. And actually, I don't need to see these gizmos. Thank you. Alright, so his feet are not skipping a beat. It looks very great. Now if I walk, his feet are a little too fast. And I think I understand why now. No, I don't. I thought I did, and I don't. This looks great. I don't mind this one bit. This does not look great. Or does it? Maybe it looks fine. Maybe I'm just going crazy. No, his feet are sliding. Hold on, I'm going to look at it really close. Slide, feet, slide, slide, feet, slide. And his feet are sliding because what? He's moving too slow? Why would feet slide if you're moving too slow or too fast? I think too slow, right? Anyway, not what I'm trying to solve here. Let me go back to my original transition speed. So my transition speed, I just said, hey, at that's what I'm missing. I know what I'm missing. I think I know what I'm missing. Right, it's not nav mesh velocity, that magnitude, because nav mesh velocity. Okay. I'm it's all coming together now. Absolute forward amount is fine. Times cancel. Sorry, I did something on the Xbox. All right, absolute forward amount is fine. That's just going to be times by, oh gosh, what was my old code? Let me see if I can grab it right quick. Give me my old code back. Yes, thank you, thank you. And animation walk velocity times animation absolute forward amount. Okay, so that makes sense. This part is what's wrong, because what I'm doing here is when I say is walking, I'm just taking a velocity, I'm dividing it by half right now. So I can just do that here, and I might just do that now, because there's no other way I can really get it, unless I get rigid body velocity, which probably is what I should be doing this whole time anyway. Let's just do that to get the rigid body velocity. Oh my gosh, let's go fix this. Let's hope this works. I'm about ready. 1 hour and 20 minutes on this. Yep, not skipping a beat, baby. So that's good. Now the ultimate test, the walking. Oh yeah. Oh, we got it. We got it. We got it. All right, awesome, awesome. So now animations are totally working with the rigid body now. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's great. Sweet. Alright. And now, like, I know I'm just doing this in play mode, but if I made this 10, he should be moving a lot better. Okay, cool. Not that I'll make him 10, but hopefully now his things aren't skipping a beat. So we can really tell if it's skipping a beat if we go at 1. So if he's at 1 animation, his feet should just barely slide, if not slide at all. Awesome. And then walking, yeah, boom, boom, boom. So cool. So that's a good. And then if I made you like 3, that's probably a pretty good. Yeah, it's not bad. I'm just happy to get the animation working. Okay, and then like I think 5 is probably a good standard like running velocity. Dun, 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 dun. Woo-ha! Jump on these boxes. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Alright, cool. I feel pretty good about my animation script now. Before I knew I was kind of doing it wrong. Now that I've done something about it, I feel better. So yeah, I feel good. That's awesome. Okay, what's next? I've been on here an hour and 20 minutes. I can fix some other stuff like this crouch. This is obviously wrong. He's not even moving his legs, so yep, that's a bad animation. So yeah, maybe I'll fix crouch. And I know something's wrong with his leg, I think, or just the animation. This animation is not meant to be worked with this model, which is okay. Not all animations are meant to work with all models, right? Yeehaw! Let's see if my first person works, or I screwed that up. Yep, first person seems to be working fine. How's my turn around? Yep. Can I still zoom out? Yeah, here we go. Turn around, forward, backwards, dig in the sand. Awesome. Make a moat just by dragging around. I'm making a moat. And then we got tons of sand now. Maybe I can just go here and just kind of do the same thing. Build a wall. Build a wall. Awesome. So now we built a wall, and we can kind of rotate around the wall just using the Q key and the Q and E key. And and maybe it'd be nice if I could like dig a hole here and like have it meet, but I'm using the height maps, so it's not really voxels or anything. So height map doesn't, you only get like up and down motion. You don't really get you can't build a cave through something using height maps. It's okay. And then you can build like just a little like mound right here. Awesome. So there we go. That's me just playing in the sand. And so once I'm done with this like first person mode, I can tab out and back to like just clicking around and moving. Nice. Dun 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 dun. Alright, cool. So we got this boy in a sand world. Awesome, awesome. Awesome tossums. Alright, like I said, I'm going to fix the crouch animation. Let's do that now. So what I did was I was so tired of like trying to adjust all these values that I made it happen in script, but I haven't fixed everything. So if I go to crouching, you'll see all these are kind of off. So I just want to set everything to 1. And so when he's crouching, let's just look at what's happening when he's crouching. So if I hit crouch and then I walk around, oh, so forward movement's going to totally be 1, but I can't use that same velocity I see. And if I hold down shift, oops, what did I do? Oh, yeah, sorry, if I hold down shift, his forward is 0.5, which is right. But yeah, I'll figure it all out. Oh, let's before I continue working on crouch, let's fix this guy's velocity. It was like an 8 before. I'll make it like 7. I like 7. 7's pretty good. 7's a good number. That way it's more action-y. It's not so like real-time strategy. And I love jumping off the boxes. My favorite part of this whole game is jumping off the boxes. Yeehaw! Alright, so this is looking good. This game is taking shape. Literally, look at all these shapes. Alright, so crouching. Crouching tiger, hidden tiger. Alright, yeah, I know. I feel like I should turn off my tablet. It's just sitting there on. What am I doing? What am I thinking? Someone tell me. Alright, sorry. I'm just not doing anything. Okay, so I got the game. We need to fix the crouching animation. Let's do it. So this is going to be under still the movement script, so I think I still have it up. Okay, so this is the thing. We have it when we're walking. Maybe I should just do that. Like, I shouldn't even check is less than or is less than. I just use this is fine. So if you're not moving, do that. If else if we'll say is crouching, then we're going to just do something totally different. I really wish I could find these values straight from the animator. Animation crouch velocity equals 1. Let's see. Let's go to crouching. Let's go to crouch walk. 0.560. Alright, so we got the crouch velocity. So if it's crouching, I'm just going to kind of do this thing, right? Transition speed. And then instead of that, we'll say animation, we'll just say crouch velocity, right? Animation crouch velocity times the forward movement times 2. animator speed is something like that, and transition speed something like that. Okay. I guess, let's see. Is that all I need to do? Is that fixing the crouch? I think so. Even though there's something really weird with his leg going on, I think that's exactly how I fix it. When I hold down the walk button while he crouches, he goes faster for some reason. But then his animation is slower. Or should be slower, because forward is half of what it was. Alright, so let's figure out why. I can just disable it if you're crouching, don't walk. But let's figure this all out. So where's all this happening? It's happening up here somewhere, right? Yeah, if is walking, do that. Oh, I see. We should do the slowest stuff first. So that should be easy. We'll just make this an else if. Move it down. Crouching's first. So you first just check for crouching, then you check for walking, and that should be fine. So let's go. One more time. Crouch should be fine, except the weird leg thing. And if you hold down shift, so you're holding down shift, the forward amount actually gets put in half. So I wonder where that's being dictated. Find forward amount. Where's forward amount? Okay, forward amount. Okay, so I just do that here. Oh, I see. So I'm actually setting the forward amount. Why am I doing this twice? I guess my code's getting kind of convoluted, and I'm doing this twice for some reason. Alright, so this time we're setting move instead of nav mesh velocity. I'm just going to set it there too, and then hopefully it kind of all matches for now. I don't think so. I don't think this is what it's supposed to be doing. I don't like it, at least. So this is just setting the forward amount. Oh, and the forward amount. Yeah. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. If it's crouching, don't even worry about it. That's what I'm going to do. If is walking and not is crouching, that should be fine. Gosh, that just took too much. Yep. Yeah, so now when I hit shift, nothing happens. Ah! Sorry, I was hitting it too many times. Okay. Oh my gosh. Alright, so crouching, running, walking, and jumps all work perfectly. No one's crying. No spilt milk. Oh, no, there's lots of spilt milk everywhere. Whoa! That was an awesome jump. That must have been my best jump so far. And I don't think I'm ever going to get anything better than that. Gosh, that was an awesome jump. I'm never going to get better than that. I'm going to have to just replay that over and over again. Oh, I'm putting that in the highlight reel. That's my best jump. I challenge someone to jump higher than that. That's definitely going to be an achievement too. How high can you jump on this game? Because I just have fun doing that. Out of all the other things I could be doing in this game right now, I am just enjoying the jumping part of it. All right, cool. All right, so that solves all our animation setting problems for now, at least for characters. Uh, yeah, I think so. So what is next? What do we do? Probably nothing this time, but next time I think what I'm going to do is we'll go ahead and talk about fixing the input some more. And not necessarily fixing, but like adding. So when we're here in first person mode, maybe I want to be able to like add a bucket of stuff and have like the sandcastle shows up and everything, so that you're not just building mounds and holes, that you can actually go ahead and build real like life objects. And yeah, just some more sand dynamics, I guess. And like basically, maybe I don't want this to happen unless you have like wet sand, but I don't have wet sand, so I'm just assuming everything is dry sand right now. And so if you try to build too high in one spot, I'm gonna make it kind of level out and always kind of have well, I have like first I'll have like a threshold. So like if you build too high up, it just goes whoosh back to a mound. Something like that. I think that would look cool. And basically if you keep building up, it keeps mounding out as you build. Yeah. That'll be an interesting interesting thing to work on. Okay. If I don't have any questions, nothing's going on. You can catch this and all my other episodes of my stream on YouTube. The link's below me. It's called ETdoFresh Unity3d Season 1. And yeah, you can watch all the videos there. Leave comments on any of the videos, and I'll do my best to answer them. And you can also follow me on Twitter at ETdoFresh. And yeah, that's all I got today. So next time we will definitely work on some input stuff like making a sandcastle, because I think it's time now. I think it's time we start getting into the meat of it and getting the controls to do that, and maybe fixing some of these errors like this. So we'll do that, little bug fixing and a little bit of sandcastle building. Alright everybody, have a great Friday. If you're going off for the weekend, I will be back on Tuesday. Yes, that is accurate. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow or Tuesday or whenever you just want to join me. Bye guys.